Good afternoon, just another short episode of what we're currently doing with different individuals within our club. This is Danny Walker. We'd like to introduce what you do within the club, what roles you have, and we'll go forward from there.
Yeah, thanks Gareth. So I'm joint vice chairman with Simon Grovecott, supporting Simon at night, mainly focusing on the fundraising aspect for the club, making sure that the club's got a future going forward financially.
Okay. Brilliant. Right, so obviously everything that's gone on within the club over the pandemic, what's been going on within the world basically?
Sure, so lots of activity behind the scenes as you can imagine, lots of fundraising trying to improve the place for when we can reopen, hopefully from Monday, such as raising additional funding for it to redo the 3G.
Yeah.
That's been the main focus. But of course all the other developments, as everyone will see when they return down here with the maintenance and pitch moving and actually putting a formal plan in place to drive the improvement forward, which hasn't really been there in the past. So.
Right, okay. So obviously, what difficulties have you come across with obviously the role that you do with regards to fundraising? How has that kind of affected the stuff that obviously you two can't?
Yeah, it's been very difficult. Certainly during the pandemic, obviously there's less money, people are less willing to donate and drive funding. But you know, the Football Foundation have been fantastic. Football Foundation recognise the grassroots football and clubs like Milton need the funding to be able to continue going forward. Stoke-on-Trent Council as well, absolutely amazing throughout. You know, the funding that we've managed to draw on through them, they've been able to keep paying the bills basically, because there's been no revenue coming in. So.
Yeah, so it's obviously it's been a very difficult time for the club, and obviously you're also involved as a coach. You currently you run is it under 13s?
Under 13s, yeah, going to under 14s.
Yeah,
and coach the under 16s as well. So
yeah, so you're a very busy boy down at the club at the moment. As a coach, how do you feel like with everything that's gone on? How do you feel like this is going to affect the game from a coaching stance going forward, if at all?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think that we'll have to wait and see what impact it's had on the kids. I mean, obviously they've all gone back to school now, which will be a big plus for them. I think during the first part of the first lockdown, much easier. We were keeping engaged with the kids, lots of activities we were setting for them, the running with the Strava app that we set up for them, loads of different challenges. And then obviously we got back to football, which was amazing, only to be shut down again because of the pandemic. So, this second lockdown, a lot less activity, and I've noticed that. I think obviously winter months makes a big difference. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. We're looking forward to kicking back in and getting back to training on Monday. So
yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? So as obviously we get towards that point where we are going to reopen and we get those aspects of our life back to, in whatever degree that may be, what effects and involvement has being involved with Milton United had with your family, yourself, what?
Yeah, no, well, it's, obviously we're all very close as a branch and a committee. We've kept engaged, we've been down here, so, it's been good. Business as usual, really.
Yeah, communication is key.
Absolutely, yeah. Simon and I speak, 2 or 3 times a week, as I'm sure he does with you as well.
Yeah.
And equally with Simon Grovecott as well, so yeah.
So as a club going forward with, like you say, with the funding that we're getting available and hopefully the 3G pitch being redone, how does that put the club going forward, coming out of a pandemic scenario that obviously is new to everyone? How does the club kind of go forward from there?
Well, I think the 3G is obviously pivotal because at the moment, and certainly last year with the 3G being closed, teams were unable to train down here. So there was less presence of the Milton teams down here during the week. We all know that the 3G is used on a daily basis by the teams. So purely just by that being closed, the teams weren't down here.
Yeah.
So it's massively important to get that back and open, ready for next season. It's not going to be this season, there's a lot of work involved to get it done, but we'll get that done throughout the summer, as well as the other plans we've got, with the main stand for the main pitch, and moving that and all the work that we're doing within the clubhouse, opening the gym to give people, the ability to come and train as well, which is all good. So, yeah, lots of things going on to help us, achieve what we want to and give people a place to come once we're able to.
Yeah, because obviously going back to the 3G, it's going to obviously open up other avenues in regards to community and And I think that that's going to be a very hard hurdle coming out of the pandemic, is obviously people's mental health, or maybe their feelings on the situation coming. Some people aren't going to want to come back training straight away.
Sure.
So as a club, I feel like these things that we're putting in motion is only going to benefit the club. But how does the club get that community vibe going again, coming out of such a hard scenario?
I think we just get the facility open. I think it'll speak for itself. I think this, as everyone knows, this place is, it's buzzing at the weekends. There's lots of people down here, and the sooner the better that we can reopen and start allowing people to come down here. I think it'll just naturally happen. I don't really think we need to do a great deal. There's that many people, that many teams, and as soon as we can get open, and
Yeah, excellent. So what we've been trying to do as we come out of these interviews, and there's a lot of negativity that's happened over the past 14 months in whatever shape or form. So we obviously want to leave it on a positive note coming out. So as we finish this now, what is the main aspect that you're looking forward to within our football club, or personal preference?
Just being able to reopen, just being literally as simple as that, being able to reopen and welcome everyone back down here, and being able to just socialise with everyone, and we'll go from there.
Just get that networking going again.
Let's go.
Excellent. Thanks very much for your time today, Danny.
Cheers, thanks.